Bosses Tuesday nights come at Carrow Road. They didn't get much better than that. What did you make of the performance from your team tonight?
Yes, of course, a good night for us. And the cup game is always important to go into the next round. That's the most important thing. We did this, and we did this also with a pretty convincing performance. Yeah, and of course, a great result, 6-0 against the side, who is one of the best sides on championship level. Also unbeaten start for them, and they were also highly motivated today in order to use the stage, and you could feel this in the first half. They had really good possession spells, and it was not easy for us to press them and also to be also with the same amount of possession, for example. But we were rock solid today in our defending, really good in transition moments and also clinical in front of the goals, and for that, yeah, of course, a perfect result anyhow, and a win is always good for the confidence, good for the mood anyhow. We're not over the moon, we're always balanced there. I was not too concerned after we have lost against two of the best sides in the world. Today I'm also not over the moon just because we won a cup game against the side of championship level, definitely one of the best sides on this level. The Premier League is also a different animal, but nevertheless was definitely a good performance and important step forward for us.
Yeah, and you brought plenty of new faces into the team today. When you think of Christos Solis, Brandon Williams as well, two guys that made their debut here at Carrow Road. How pleased with you what you saw from those guys?
Yes, they've shown that they can be outstanding on the championship level. That's definitely for sure. Right now, it's also up to prove this on Premier League level. Again, it's a different animal, so for that we have to be also a bit careful. But in general, I'm working together with this group just since 2 weeks and 2 days. Yeah, because before we had an unbelievably difficult situation with the Corona situation. We must not forget this, and I can see this group anyhow growing each and every day in training, and it was too much of an ask, more or less like without really proper preparation to play against two of the best sides in the world, Liverpool and Man City, and these teams had a really good pre-season. They were focused and their main players were there available. I was not, if I'm honest, not too concerned after these 2 games. Also not today. It's not the guarantee that we will stay on Premier League level. So it's more like it's a marathon, not a sprint. But definitely some encouraging signs. And also I want to use this day also to give Stuart Webber many compliments. Because I think it was another proof why I labelled all our new signings spot on, and I think we brought fantastic characters in, fantastic football players. It's still not a guarantee that we will be unbelievably successful and win the Premier League title, but I think if we also use the last days of the business in a proper way for us, then we give ourselves also a chance perhaps to surprise everyone and the outside world and earn the right to stay on the big stage. And this is at least our claim and what we want to fight for, and if our supporters back us like they do today and create such an atmosphere and even the difficult times, even the first half, there were some difficult spells. They were there, and the lads were fighting, and altogether we grind out a top performance and top result. If we can go on further on in this manner, then we definitely have a chance.
Yeah, and tonight probably also outlined the strength and depth you have, the number of changes you made and the number of positive displays we saw out on the pitch tonight. So does that give you a few sort of maybe selection headaches going into this weekend against Leicester?
First of all, it's always good when you perform. It's not that important which is the name of the opponent. It's most important that you deliver a good performance or whatever, but we also have to be a bit careful. This was a game on championship level, on top championship level. Yeah, we've proven if we would play there, then probably would rock the league again. So it's definitely good. But again, Premier League is a different animal, and I have to make sure that I don't throw some lads too early into the cold water. For that, we also have to be a bit careful. But these lads today on the pitch have proved that they have potential, and of course with each and every top performance and each and every day when they are with us and work with us, they're edging closer, and of course if you perform well, then you also extend your chances to be involved in the big time. But again, we must not forget that also Bournemouth had also a few changes today. It was also that some of the best players were also not involved. Was perhaps the same also a bit for us, so also not that easy because we had many changes, and sometimes it's not that easy then to play really in a full rhythm. But nevertheless, it was really good performance and many compliments. And believe me, we need each and every player. We need that in this squad. Also, but the only thing that disturbs the evening is a little bit the late injury of Bali Mumba. We have to wait for further assessment. I hope it's not too bad, but it doesn't look too great. But it's another sign that you need a good group of players, and for that we also have to be spot on right now in the last days of the transfer window in order to give ourselves then really a chance to be competitive on this level. But definitely many encouraging signs tonight.